You want a house, but mortgage rates are only getting higher. Why one type of loan is making a comeback, despite its bad reputation. Next at 4:30.
You're watching Oklahoma's News 4 at 4:30.
In today's consumer news, existing home sales continue to slide. According to the National Association of Realtors, the number of sales is down 5.9% from the month before. That's a 20% drop-off from this very time last year. Those numbers coincide to a mortgage rate high of 6% back in June. And because of rising mortgage interest rates, home buyers are once again considering a type of mortgage that's really been unpopular for years. It's an adjustable rate mortgage, which have gone from 3% of all mortgage applications to now 10% in just a few months' time. Joining us to help understand the pros and cons of this type of mortgage is GP Theriot. He's one of the top loan originators in the mortgage industry. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Well, can you explain how an adjustable mortgage rate really works?
Yeah, to just break it down real simple, you've got some options where you have a 3-year ARM, a 5-year, or a 10-year. And all that means, let's say we go with or we have a 7-year. The most common one right now that people are really looking into is the 7-year ARM. And all that means is we're locking in the rate for 7 years. And of course, the question is, well, what happens after 7 years? Well, that's where the adjustable rate mortgage will then start adjusting. Now, what I like to say is, you've got to really understand what you're getting into. When it adjusts, based off, I can get all detailed into it, but the simple factor is there's an index and a margin. And what you have to really know is how is the market shifting based off that index to truly know what the rate will be adjusting to.
Right. Okay. So a lot of people are interested in this right now because they can get that low mortgage rate up front, right?
Exactly. You're absolutely right. So, ARMs have always been, I would say, the past 2 years, the long-term 30-year fixed rate, record lows, right? You're talking 3% or less. So the ARM was never even brought up. But now we're kind of getting back to where, 5 years, 10 years, the ARM was a popular product based off, every situation's different. If somebody knows they're going to be in a home for no more than 7 to 10 years, the ARM is definitely a way to go. But now the timing we're in with rates going up, we really have to educate our clients so they truly understand why an ARM is so beneficial right now for a mortgage.
Well, how do some home buyers who are doing this plan to avoid that jump in the mortgage rate down the road? Is that even possible?
Yeah, it's a great question. So, in the 80s, when you hear adjustable rate mortgage and ARM, a lot of people did get burned. But over time and years, they fine-tuned this product to where now there's what's called a life cap. So you are protected with the adjustment, meaning that first adjustment on most ARMs cannot go any higher than 2%. So worst case scenario, let's say if you're locked in at 4.5% today, and 7 years from now it goes to the full 2%, worst case it could adjust to 6.5%, which still is not a bad rate. Now, what you can also understand is that, I love to tell my clients, look, fall in love with the house, but date the rate, meaning we can always refinance it. That means refinancing it into another ARM or to a 30-year fix or even a 15-year fix. Okay,
lots of information you provided today. Thanks for being here. We appreciate it.
Great, thank you.
If you'd like more information on mortgages, go to JP's website, TheriotMortgageTeam.com.